This is Mr. Coble, and you have entered my preview module for two-step equations. Please use the study guide provided in your web quest, and so that will be your guide when you come to class tomorrow. We're going to look at 3 examples of two-step equations. This one is 3x plus 6 equal 12. As always, my first goal is to get the number closest to x by itself. So I need to do something with that plus 6. I'm going to subtract its opposite on each side, which will be negative 6. I will get my 3x by itself on the left, as well as on the right. 12 minus 6 is equal to 6. Now, in order to I need to get x by itself again. So 3x says 3 times a number is equal to 6. So in order for me to get the answer, I must divide by 3 on each side. On the left side, the 3 and the 3 will cancel out to give me 1. So I will have x by itself. On the other side of the equal sign, I have 6 divided by 3, which will leave me with an answer of 2. This one, I have negative 5 times the number plus 6 equal 31. My first step, as we did in number 1, since 6 is not attached to a variable, I must get rid of that. So I'm going to give it its opposite. I'm going to subtract 6 on both sides, which will leave me on the left side of the equation negative 5x, and then on the other side of the equation I will have 31 minus 6, which will leave me with 25 left over. Now for this equation I need x by itself again. So in order for me to do that, I must do the opposite of what the equation is saying. Since the equation is saying negative 5 times x is equal to 25, I must divide by negative 5 on each side. And please be careful with your signs, because if you do not carry your signs, you will get the wrong answer. So on the left side of the equation, I have negative 5 divided by negative 5, which will leave me with x by itself. Then on the other side, 25 divided by negative 5 will leave me with the answer of negative 5. Finally, we have one that's pretty tricky, but please stay with me. This equation is saying x divided by 2 plus 5 is equal to 10. My first step is always to take care of the number that's by itself. So I'm going to subtract negative 5 on each side, which will leave me with a leftover equation of x divided by 2 equal 5. Now, let's look at this equation, x divided by 2 equal 5. This equation is saying x divided by 2. I must use the opposite of divide, which will be multiply by 2 on each side. Once I multiply by 2, I will get x on one side. Then on the other side, I will get 5 times 2, which will give me an answer of 10. So x equal 10 for this example. I hope that you have used your study guide provided in your web quest, so you can bring that to class with you, because that will be your guide to do the rest of the problems for our class tomorrow. If you have any questions or concerns, jot those down on the study guide and make sure that you see me when I have private tutoring time inside the class. Once again, thank you. And as always, please feel free to review this module if needed.